Ladies and gentlemen, my name is TotalBiscuit and I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is Limbo? Limbo is a puzzle platformer by Play Dead that first came out on Xbox Live Arcade and has now finally made its way over to PlayStation 3 and now, as of today, PC. I'm going to be checking this game out and seeing what all the fuss is about. It got exceptionally good reviews on the Xbox. It was one of the most highly reviewed Xbox Live Arcade titles of the year. Let's see whether or not it is worth playing on PC. Couple of minor things before we get started. Firstly, you cannot rebind your controls without going into a text file, which you can edit if you dig into the Steam apps folder. You can't rebind here, but those are the controls nonetheless, so we'll just use the default controls. They should be fairly reasonable. You can affect the brightness, but you cannot change the audio levels in any way, and you'd have to do that from Windows. This is similar to Defy Gravity Extended, which I did point out in the description below that video. It is a problem, and also you cannot set this game to windowed mode. You can actually do that with Defy Gravity Extended with a command line extension on the shortcut. Aside from that, this game will change its resolution to whatever your desktop resolution is and will add black bars if necessary. So that's a little bit of technical stuff out of the way, so let's kick it off, shall we, and find out what's going on in Limbo. Now, Limbo's graphical style is very much, well, you can see right here, it's monochrome. It's very film noir-esque. It's a very ambient world, supposedly. We shall see how it turns out. I'm kind of looking forward to this, even though I'm not a huge fan of puzzle platformers, just because when something gets acclaimed this much, usually it's kind of neat. The main problem I have is that Braid was really well acclaimed as well, and I didn't like it, because it's not my kind of game. Once again, doesn't mean it's a bad game, it just means it's not my kind of game. I'm also noticing black bars right there. It's interesting, maybe they had to rescale it. Okay, so movement controls are fairly basic. Down, left, right, and then there's an action button, which doesn't seem to do anything at this point, for obvious reasons. And as you can very clearly see, it's a wee bit dark. And I've just noticed that my Xbox pad is plugged in. Cool, I could use that too if I liked. I don't know if I do like. And both controls seem to work fine. I'm going to use the 360 pad for the time being. I think that at least lets me sort of chill out and relax just a little bit. I would appear to have fallen into a... Oh, those are spikes. Okay, right. I thought they were reeds. Therein lies the problem when you have a game that is, in fact, in black and white. That didn't look like spikes at all. They look like... Look at them. They just look like reeds. They're fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Apparently not. Over the spikes we go. Let's not have any of that. Right, initially, I would say the animation quality, particularly when you, say, skid along the ground or you only just make a jump, is very, very good. Which is kind of neat. I'm a fan of that. Okay, so I assume we have to press the action button. I actually didn't pay any attention whatsoever to what the action button was. There we go. It is B on the pad. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. One assumes that that involves going up that. Down the rope we go. Where it stops... Probably in some very malevolent reeds. It's a possibility. I should pay very close attention to the shapes of things. Okay. Now, what exactly have I done? I will not die when I jump off this, so that's a good start. Into the cave, where there will be more blackness. This game has a lot of it, it would seem. The distinct lack of music makes this game rather eerie, I have to say. Let's go for a boat ride, shall we? The atmosphere of this game is deliberate. There's no real question about that. I know the way that Demon's Souls worked, honestly. Demon's Souls did not lack music, but it was a very lonely game. And as such, the ambience of the game really added to the atmosphere. And also, you'd notice that Demon's Souls had a very slight washed-out look to it. It was very grim, quite dark. In this case, there's a deliberate aesthetic choice. Now, those could be reeds, or they might be spikes. I don't know. I cannot trust either of them, so I'm going to stay away from it. Okay, we appear to be having some problems. I cannot jump up that high. I can push the boat out just a little bit. Not that that really helps. This is why I hate puzzle platformers. I'm now stuck and have absolutely no idea what to do. Because there's a rope up there, and I don't have anything to... That's rather unfortunate. Can I pull the boat up further? Okay, there we go. Pull the boat up, climb up the mast. This is one strong freaking kid. Holy Christ. I mean, it's a boat. It's a freaking boat. How the hell did he pull that off? Okay, maybe, just maybe, I can now jump up here. Yes, I can. There we go. That looks spiky. I don't trust it. It's alright. It's fine. Off we go. And there we go. So not only is this kid incredibly strong, but he's also pretty much Spider-Man. Impressive. Perhaps it's the haircut. But yeah, as regards to the controls, they both work equally well, whether or not it be with the keyboard or it be with the pad. Due to the nature of the game, it doesn't look like you really need uber-precise analog movement, though obviously you can move slower with the analog stick there, and you are, needless to say, forced to run otherwise. Maybe later on you do. Okay, those look spiky. That might be some kind of gigantic bear trap. My God, this world is brutal. Holy Christ. Who the hell left that there in the first place? Perhaps I can drag one of them across and then separate them and then make the jump. Indeed, I can. There we go. Much better. This game requires some basic lateral thinking. I'm usually terrible at puzzle games, so I'm doing fairly well thus far. Well, that is just nasty. Ugh. Do I really want to climb up? Is this going to kill me if I go anywhere near it? Well, there's a bear trap. Don't know if this is of any use. Probably not. Oh, dear. Well, one assumes you have to move this bear trap. The question is where. This is, I mean, that's one big freaking bear. I mean, this is not designed to trap a bear. This is designed to absolutely slaughter a sodding bear. Let's get up here, and perhaps we can jump across this. There we go. Whoa. Aha. There you go. Problem solved. And up we go. This is a rather unique looking game. There are a couple of others. Night Sky being one of them. And I recall there are... let me think. I think there's one more on the Wii that Yahtzee reviewed at some point that apparently was absolutely a terrible game. So, but nonetheless, this is fairly unique. The ambience of the game is impressive, to say the least. I wonder what those rolling... Oh, balls. Ah! That's what it is. You know, this world sucks. Why is this kid even here? Apparently he's fallen into limbo to find his sister or something like that. And everything is out to kill him. And is doing a fairly good job of doing just that, it would seem. Aside from that, it's an incredibly lonely experience. Very much so. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a box. Does it float? It does not. Aha. Yes, it does, but only in enough water. That's fine. Right. Okay, I don't think I've quite thought this one through. Let's just keep posting it. I wonder if he can swim. I just... Okay, right, he dies in water. Let's ignore the fact that he can push a several hundred-pound or kilo boat. I don't even know. How much does your average sailboat weigh? Who the balls knows? Probably a sailor, but apparently this just kills you instantly. Who knows why? It's GTA all over again. That's the older GTA games, folks, not the new ones. Right. Well, now we have our first problem. Oh, seriously?! He was in like a foot of water. Why is he dead? This kid is weird. I guess because of the flies. Maybe he catches some kind of rapidly acting E. coli virus. Who the hell knows? No. I'm going to be stuck here for a while, aren't I? There's most likely something incredibly obvious. Huh, I wonder if that box actually... we shouldn't be doing that with the box. Maybe we have to backtrack. Because I saw that reed, whatever it was, that little vine hanging from there. Maybe there's something here. I could be overthinking it, of course, but that seems like just the right height. Evidently, I'm not overthinking it whatsoever. It will allow you to go up there. Well, did he die? No, he's not dead. That's good. I'm happy about that. Let's try that one again, shall we? He's also a very silent individual. You would think that there would at least be noises of effort. Apparently not. He's stoic, ladies and gentlemen. Without question. Looks like we're going pretty high here. Let's go. Where am I now? Can I actually make this jump? Yes, I can. Always nice to know. It's always fun when you get a platformer to try and figure out exactly what your character can do and cannot do. It's like, can I make this jump? Well, I'm about to find out. Now, let me guess. If we push that over there, that will form a bridge. Now, the question is, can I safely fall from this height? No! This is the simple answer to that. Am I going to have to do that again? Yes! Balls. Well, at least I know that from a certain height that is not indicated in any way, shape, or form, I will die. This is a game about discovery, including apparently knowing your limits. As to whether or not that is a bad thing, probably not. I mean, this is kind of a waste of time. I never like doing some kind of platforming thing that takes a few minutes, and then having to do it again because of some unforeseen thing. It's like, I don't know. Does this guy die from falling? Does he not? I mean, he seems to die from everything. So I suppose we should just assume that everything is out to kill you. It should seem rather obvious that falling from a great height will kill you, but you just never know. Right, let's get a push on here, and then we shall backtrack, and hopefully not die in the process. That would be nice. Yes, all is fine, all is good, we're not dead yet. Okay, and you can do from that height. Nice. And, right, it looks like we're going to push this log along just a little bit. And then hopefully not die once again. Will the log sail? It will not. Am I going to have to use the log and the box? Or can I just get across here? Right, I'm not that far down. It should be alright. There we go. That should do the job, surely. Aha! Perfect. Thus far, I think solving the puzzles in this game is fairly satisfying, which is always nice. But I'm finding it very difficult to form an opinion. Like, do I like this game? Do I not like this game? Am I seeing so-called... Oh my god, that's a spider. Am I seeing any of the supposed brilliance? This is the annoying thing about doing a WTF Is video of a game that's just been ported over from 360. That's been out for a while, and you can't help but not hear about this. And as a direct result, you can... Whoa! Okay. Ah! Through the head. Good god, this game is brutal. As a direct result, you can't help but prejudge it. It's really hard. You can't go in here with your opinions completely uncolored. And yes, that was a deliberate pun. Thank you for noticing. And when your expectations rise as a direct result of everyone saying, this game is absolute brilliance, it is genius, and then you go into the game and it's like, well, it's alright, I suppose. It's not bad. It's fairly reasonable. I mean, I don't see anything particularly wrong with it per se, but it's not enthralling me. I mean, it's not grabbing a hold of me and saying, you may not leave, damn it. You must beat this game in one sitting, or you must just keep going through this game because it is a work of art, and actually that's the same problem I have with Braid. But I think that's just an entirely subjective thing, isn't it? Now, since it's respawning me here, and I don't really have any way to get back across, I assume the solution to this puzzle is around here somewhere. There is an extremely interesting-looking trap up there that I cannot reach. I know the spider will put its legs down if I go near enough. Can I make the spider come out? Can I climb up the spider, or will I die instantly if I touch its leg? It's a creepy-ass spider, I'll tell you that. I'm not usually afraid of spiders, but seriously, this spider just is incredibly creepy. I think it's just maybe the shape, isn't it? Ah! Oh, get up, get up, get up, get up. No. You know, this guy, I don't think this guy even wants to live. This is some kind of metaphor for him being suicide. Jesus. God, I'm gonna have no! I'm gonna have nightmares about spiders after this. Holy Christ. I actually have no idea how to proceed, I have to say. Not a clue. If I go that way, I end up getting stabbed. God, this guy has so little movement. What do I do? Sup, spider? There's all these weird noises, but... Okay, I'm not... Oh, I thought I wasn't in range! Okay. The only other thing I can think of is there something to do with this bloody butterfly, but... I am absolutely 110% stuck. And that is a real bind. Can't do anything with this. There's nothing else I can interact with. Am I going to have to check out an FAQ? I'm probably going to have to check out an FAQ, aren't I? Because I would like to go just a little bit further. And I do not yet have the skill. Sodding spider. If I stand here, it's not going to stab me, is it? Yes, it is. You still end up getting knocked over by that, so you can't go any closer. Get off your ass, you... Right, okay. I'm going to check out an FAQ, and I will be right back. Okay, I think I know how to do this now. So, I think when he hits the ground, that knocks that off of there, so that should do it. That didn't help. Let's try again. And hopefully not die horribly. Right. Did that knock it off? No, it did not. Okay. Apparently it needs to strike the ground close to me, and that clanging noise, instead of some weird ambience to indicate danger, is actually a thing going over there. Let's move out of the way. Okay. So that was... Right, okay, so that moved it, so let's make it happen again. Come on, come on. Here, little Spidey. You know you want it. Delicious meat. That's what it was. Okay, then. Right. We shall set a trap. Let's set it over there and hopefully not kill ourselves. This game is highly depressing, I have to say. This is not a happy fun time game. Oh, no, no, no. It might look like it, but it is not a happy fun time game. It is highly depressing in a similar vein to Braid. Actually, it's even more depressing than Braid. Now, how the balls... Okay. Sodding hell! Oh, at least it respawns you with that there. That's good. It's not easy either, by the way. Not at all. If you're looking for a challenge, then I think this game does have that in spades. There are also apparently eggs or something along those lines. Ah! It just poked me into the trap! This game is really difficult. And I've only just got onto it. This is Act 3, and there's a lot more of them where that came from. Good lord. Let's give it another try, shall we? Okay, so that leads us to say here. Right, let it move, then move it in there, and... Well, you don't have legs anymore. You're feeling a bit stupid, aren't you? Okay, let's do it again, shall we? Looks like it's about to move, which will be there. Move out of the way, and... Ah, you are so Ah! I didn't say that. That was a mic error. Yes, that was generated by a problem with Windows. Had nothing to do with me. I definitely wasn't about to say that you are predictable, Spider. No, no, no. I wouldn't say something like that. Absolutely not. You must be hearing things. Have you ever considered getting hearing aids? Spider hearing aids. Seems reasonable. I can recommend a great specialist. Right, okay. I shall go for that. Come on, come on, come on! Come and get the Spidey! Bam! Well, that bear trap is rubbish, isn't it? Okay, Spider has left, and we are all extremely happy about that, because Spider was kind of terrifying. I didn't have arachnophobia before I started playing this game. Now I do. If you're afraid of spiders, you will hate that bit. Okay, further down we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, there we go. I think the issue, perhaps, that I have with this, and more to the point the issue I had with the hype surrounding it, is that if it didn't have this graphic style, I have a feeling that most people wouldn't actually care. And I would certainly say that I'm about to die because I'm stuck in a web. Wasn't thinking that one through, was I? I would certainly say that I think people would not approve of it quite as much if it didn't have this really awesome graphic style to it. Oh, they're eating, aren't they? Well, that's not very nice, is it? Also, do we really have to have a death sequence that takes over 30 seconds? I mean, really? I think people would be less hyped about it. Or is this deliberate? Is this actually supposed to be the way that it is? Never mind, then. Okay, I think we might be able to get away with this. Oh, that's cool. That is very cool. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, right. That was my first really, oh, this is awesome moment. I wonder how many more of those are on the game. I'm not actually sure how I breathe in this, but you can also hop along. It's like, would you like to get involved in some kind of delusional monochrome sack race and fall to your death? Why, yes, I would like that. Thank you for asking. This is Worms. Have you seen this? Oh, no! Was that Lemmings? I can't recall. One way or the other. Ah! Funnily enough, you don't have a huge amount of grip in this. That's creative. I like that a lot. I'd also say that this game is less pretentious than Braid. It's like, this is a kid who is stuck in some evil, evil world and bad stuff is happening. Braid, too much text. Lot of words in Braid. I don't deny that Braid is a good game. I found that the general atmosphere, aesthetic, and the ambience was just not my thing. It just screamed pseudo-intellectualism. You know, I could do with a bit of any kind of intellectualism right now, whether it be pseudo or otherwise, because I am not doing well here. There we go. Much better. I think this is going to have to be a WTF am I doing? Yes, I think so. It's very, very likely. Ah! It's tree! Why does everything in this world want to kill me? Who knows? It's kind of neat, I suppose. Right, let's... Go on. Get down there. Right, and now move. Okay. Bit of trial and error going on right here, although I think you can see this coming if you actually pay attention. And that's, I suppose, the main thing about it, isn't it? Strange lack of music keeps creeping me out. Whoa, whoa, oh. Those aren't reeds either. No, no, no. Okay. Onward. Onward. Be careful. I'm hoping that there's some way of getting out of this spider web at some point. No doubt there will be. Oh, balls, the spider's back. Roll faster. Roll faster. Go on, go faster. Faster. Spiders. Spiders. Ah! Come on, I was right at the end. Oh, this game. Frustrating. Very frustrating. But this is the kind of thing that lovers of this genre like. I'm not a lover of this genre. That said, as a direct result, if I say this game is bad, which I will not be saying, by the way, because it obviously isn't, then you should be ignoring me. This is something I do like to try and do in my first impressions, because it's just me doing this channel, and it's not the way, like, say, Giant Bomb would be, whereby they will bring on someone who is like, say, like, let's just say they do a quick look on fighting game of some kind of, I don't even know where I was going with that, some kind of fighting game. So let's just say, you know, Street Fighter X Tekken. They're not going to bring their puzzle game guy on to do that, because he's not going to be able to provide any great insight, and if he doesn't like the game, he's going to get easily frustrated with it, and if he then makes a conclusion that says this game is bad, when in fact it is not, then horrible things happen. In this case, it's just me. So I don't have a fighting game expert or a puzzle game expert. So there are times when I've just got to turn around and say, look, on an objective level, this game seems to be really solid. For all of the things that I can pick out factually, like, say, the controls are really solid, for instance. Yeah? Or factually, I could talk about the fact that I don't like the way that the options are set up, i.e. there's none of them. It's basically a straight port over from Xbox, and as a direct result, it's a bit of a pain to do things like alter the sound settings, or put it in a window, or alter the resolution settings without affecting your entire desktop resolution. Those are factual things. Those are objective. If I say, well, I don't like this game, that's subjective. And you should take it as such. If you have a similar taste to me, and you're not really big into things like Braid and stuff like that, then you probably won't like this game all that much either. If you are, based on what I'm showing you, then you should be able to figure out whether or not you'll enjoy it. That is grim as hell. Holy Christ. The guys who made this game are depraved. Everything is out to kill me. Oh dear. Regardless, I can see why people made arguments that this is an extremely good game. And aesthetically, it is. In terms of the surprises that the game has for you, it is. It does tell you a story in a silent manner. The platforming is very good. The puzzle solving is very good indeed. It's an extremely lonely experience. It is not light-hearted by any stretch of the imagination. If you believe that it was, then you are, without question, not correct in that regard. I'm gonna die, aren't I? But if this is the kind of thing that you're into, I can see pretty much anyone who is into this sort of genre enjoying this game immensely. It's not really giving me the compulsion to keep playing it, but I have a feeling that's because I'm not a huge fan of the genre. It's got nothing to do with the game being bad. Oh. I don't like that sound. Not one little bit. It's got nothing to do with the game being bad at all. It most blatantly is not. It is certainly quite special in terms of puzzle platformers. It is without question up there with Braid and things like that. It's like Braid crossed with Demon Souls. Oh, balls. There's another sodding spider, isn't there? No, that's not a real spider. That's on pulleys. Bastard, get back here! Can I mess about with this? I think I can, can't I? What a jerk. This game is available for £6.99, $9.99, or annoyingly enough for the Europeans, €9.99, which would make it 42% more expensive than in the US, which is not exactly a cool thing, is it? What the balls is that? I'm gonna drown again. God damn it! But I can see exactly why this has been given critical acclaim. I'm not going to go nuts over it, because while it is a really good game, it's not like, oh my god, game of the year or anything like that for me, but that's mostly because I am not a genre fan when it comes to puzzle platformers. Not under any circumstances whatsoever. That killed me, didn't it? But I can definitely see the appeal. So if you do see the appeal, and you've liked what you've just seen, you can pick this one up on Steam right now, and of course it does also include Steam achievements. He's hoping there's no more of that nonsense. My name has been TotalBiscuit, and I will see you next time. What a bunch of dicks.